Yo, 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 yo. Wisdom Talk Podcast. Episode, I want to say 11, but it's 12. But there's an episode that y'all will never get to see.
We had some technical difficulties.
There you go.
Last episode, last week. We had a guest come through, very lovely guest. And the studio didn't get their audio shit right. We got the video, but no audio. Out of all the episodes we shot, we felt like that one was fire too. That was going to catch heat. That was going to catch heat.
Yeah,
no audio.
So once again,
no audio.
Wisdom Talk Podcast. It's your boy Swole, Gordon, the Cameroon Gun, with my boy Junyanii, my cousin
Junyanii.
Y'all already know, Recognize Entertainment. You see us with the merch.
Entertainment, Recognize ENT, the merch on the table. We got a red, white pattern going on with the hats.
You know,
H2O Ortiz, you got the black snapback fitted. You know what I'm saying?
and you know this, man.
You know, and we here, man. We here. But we're gonna, last episode we're gonna revamp that. We're gonna have the guest come back through eventually. Shout out to the guest. I don't want to say her name just yet, but
Like a part 2 continuation.
Right. But we're gonna get her back on. She's gonna come and do her thing. So
Yes, indeed.
yes, sir.
Let's just say, only thing we're gonna give y'all is this term, roof mama.
Roof mama.
All right.
Roof mama indeed.
So, hey, Junyanii, did you have anything you wanted to talk about right now? Like, y'all.
So immediately what's in the front of my mind right now, did you see that shit about Dwight Howard and his son?
Dude, I just posted it. Damn, you just took it right off of me,
Man, that's just right in front of my mind right because I was just watching Willie D.
This morning. Yes, that's what it was. I posted Willie D.
Yeah, bro. I was watching Willie D talk about that shit, man.
I posted it on Facebook. This morning.
Bro.
I'm like, that's his son. And people are heckling him and like,
I don't.
that's his son.
I'm telling you. Hold on, I got.
Let's just say
about it.
Let's just say for those that are watching that might not know, recently Dwight Howard is like training his son, 9 years old, his 9-year-old son. He's training him, and he's like on him like a coach with a player, like, get through it. Suck it up.
I think that's beautiful. I think that's a great thing. That is fantastic.
Stuff that us
fantastic thing.
Real men, manly men, masculine men, we look at that as like, that shit was touching me. Like, it hit my heart. Like, I'm like when I see stuff like that, suck it up, son. You got it. I did. You can do it too. Like, that shit.
Right.
Like that shit motivates you.
You know what the crazy part? You know what the crazy part about it is? This nigga Dwight Howard was getting flack for that shit.
Exactly. That's
he
the
was
whole
getting
point.
Flack for that shit.
That's the whole point, is that people were heckling him and like shaming him and dragging him and over here criticizing him about how he was being on his own side. Not even like an abusive, disrespectful domestic way and like just like totally inappropriate child protection type of shit. No, he was just like a coach with his player, like just, you got this. You're not gonna die. What doesn't kill you make you stronger? Like that type of motivational stuff to his own son. And they're over here thinking that he'd be in the hard. Like, I can't even baffle. I just like, is this the world we live in now, bro?
It's crazy, bro. It's.
I'm sure it has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of these kids don't have their dads in their lives.
It's a lot of. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of single parent, single mother homes with no fathers. I'm gonna just be real. Just be honest. There's a lot of that going on, which creates a lot of soft energy. You know what I'm saying?
Soft energy.
That's why I feel like that's why Dwight Howard's getting a lot of backlash.
Soft energy.
When I heard he was getting backlash, I'm like, really?
Soft energy.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's
and the same people giving him backlash, right? And the same people giving him backlash, Dwight Howard backlash, are the same motherfuckers that want a man to protect them when they're in danger.
Exactly.
It's the same motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Like, let's keep the same energy all the way around, right?
The same ones that would say that these men are feminine nowadays. Right. These men are sassy, or these men are.
I'm telling you,
men aren't real men anymore. I need a real man. And when he's displaying the real man, oh my God, that's so much. That's too much.
They want it when they want the man energy when it's convenient for them, and when it's not.
It's like have their cake and eat it too. My bad.
Right. No. Yeah. No. It's they want that man energy when they feel like it's convenient. They just want to be able to pull it out the closet whenever they feel like it's necessary. And I'm just like, nah, bro. It don't work like that.
Yeah, he can't.
Because if you're gonna do that to us, let us do that to y'all. We want to pull out the women energy when we, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like,
he can't pick.
We want to pull when we want to cook. Or when we feel like eating a home-cooked meal, we want to pull y'all out.
Yeah, okay.
Let's pull out the women energy out the closet.
Now you must cook me dinner.
When we want to clean, when we want to clean the house, when we want to clean house, we're going to pull you out when we feel like
now you better
clean. You see how it feels?
I want to clean house now.
You see?
By the man.
You see?
You clean.
You see? That creates, you see what I'm saying? You see that two-way street there?
Misogyny.
Right. Right.
Okay. It's like them.
But yeah, I thought it was great. I'm like, yo, you need to push him every time. Work out, be in the gym. How many fathers work out with their son in the gym like that? You know what I'm saying?
Man, that was touching for me,
bro. I loved it. I loved it because he's gonna go hard.
Yeah,
if he plays sports. If he's that nigga's gonna go hard. That little nigga's gonna go hard.
If Dwight Howard is like that with his son, often, like regularly, then that kid's gonna be like Dwight Howard or better. You know, like
he's gonna go hard.
He will, because like that he had that push that Dwight Howard didn't have.
Right.
He feels so obligated to do it. Because if it doesn't resonate towards me, he also had as a single mother household type.
Was he Dwight Howard?
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Like just put like I don't know for sure 100%, but I could see where that type of passion, because like LeBron, how he is as a father,
right?
Like as a single mother household, like, and I just see that the successful single parent household athletes, when they become parents, they are like that much more obligated to be there for their children,
right? And
they don't play with that shit, right? Like the Allen Iversons and so on, like on and on. There's so many athletes that didn't have that father figure. They had to find it from like a coach or a mentor or something, and then they become fathers. Those end up being the best fathers.
Facts.
Because they just feel like I want to give my child everything I never got to have.
Mm-hmm.
So to get criticism to that type of dude for being that type of father, it's just ridiculous. It just shows where we're going in this society, man. It's clown world.
You know what though? I feel like this is just a phase. I feel like all this era that we're in of just consistent, soft, docile, you know.
I've heard that recently.
Fucking, you know. I think it's just a phase, bro.
Yeah.
I think, you know, they say history repeats itself.
Exactly. You already done.
We want it to repeat itself in certain ways, not in the evil ways, right? We don't want slavery to come back. We don't want, you know, to come back. We don't want that shit to come back.
Oh, but we're going to get into some of the race stuff.
Yeah. Slavery, though, never really got fully abolished, by the way. You know, it still exists in the prison system.
There's slavery around the world to this day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then slavery include Jim Crow with the slavery thing, too.
Right. No, yeah, slavery is definitely alive and well. Antebellum slavery, which was the physical chain on the neck and the ball and chain on the, that's over with. But mental slavery, institutional slavery, you know, systematic slavery, that's still alive, bro.
But then here I am gonna come as devil's advocate.
Please do. Please do.
So the whole like reparandas and stuff, and getting what we're owed to us. If there were other slaves that aren't getting that same treatment from all around the world, let alone just our country, and they're not demanding that, and they bounce back better than, let's say, the African American community, why is that just an excuse? or like a scapegoat.
I got an answer for that. I got an answer for that. I got an answer for that. The reason why, you got to ask yourself the reason why everybody was able to bounce back. How did they bounce back? Right? That's how you got to look at it from those lenses. And everybody that suffered in America, let's just take America, right? Everybody that suffered got reparations. They got repaired, right? Every ethnic class that ever came to America, they got back-end benefits from their suffrage, right? Matter of fact, I posted this on Facebook. I have a post, and it might still be on my phone, but I know I posted it on Facebook multiple times, where there's a list, and this is a documented list where it has every ethnic group ever since 1865, since slavery was done with, every group that was oppressed and pillaged and
from that point forward, or
from that point forward, right? Every ethnic group that came to America and was suffered, they got reparations.
But that was from that point forward.
From 1865 onward, right?
It wasn't before that.
No, because slavery was alive and well. They weren't giving no reparations to slaves. You know what I'm saying?
So therefore, those people,
right? They were in bondage, right? So
yeah, but then like their generations onward were gonna still have to live in this country that they were used for,
right? And
to say reparandas or I can't even reparations. Thank you. That's to say that we built this country
from scratch.
But if we're more in the agricultural side, like cotton and everything, but industrial and everything else is how the like inventions and everything else come about, which we weren't a part of.
But you got to remember, what built the foundational economy of this country. There's a saying, cotton is king. That was a saying that run rampant.
You're saying like economically.
That's what the economics is what built that's the foundation of every single powerful country is economics and military, right?
Okay.
Black people fought in every single fucking war in this country, every single war. And not only did we fight in every single war, when we come home, we get treated like shit by our own country that we fought for. Or fought on behalf of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and we've never, that's what I'm saying, like black people, because I'm not a foundational black American, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't born here, but I empathize with them because I feel like, I've lived in America most of my life and through the lens of a foundational black American, even though I'm not genetically one, but y'all deserve everything, man. Like y'all deserve the reparations, y'all deserve it because the Irish got paid back. They got their reparations. Everybody likes to throw that Irish slavery card out, right? But y'all were in debt. First of all, y'all were indentured servants. They treated y'all better than the blacks. Let's be real. Y'all don't have fucking documentaries out, and there's not pictures of documentaries
like indentured servants.
Right, indentured servitude and slavery are two different things.
Yeah, that's a level above.
Yeah, so you're getting treated slightly better. You're getting favoritism a little bit, right?
You have a currency, like a pay rate.
Right.
You're actually making.
Right. And
it's minimal.
Right.
But it's something. It's better than not working for free,
Exactly. And they got reparations. Irish people got what's called freedom dues. You can look this up. It was a freedom due. It's the Freedom Dues Act, right, or something like that. It's the term they used was freedom dues, right? And what they did is they allocated cash, guns, and citizenship. It was like a few other things too, but they gave all that to the Irish, while the blacks were still getting shit, nothing. So when the Irish were able to be classified as white, because when the Irish first came over here, they weren't considered white. They were considered like other, or they were considered niggas. Like they used to call Irish people niggas. Like you know what I'm saying? They used to call. That's why they had them in the fucking sheds with the black folks picking cotton. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is that y'all got rewarded for y'all's punishment. Y'all got
a vast minority.
Yeah, y'all got reparations.
It's so much easier to compensate for the minority,
right,
of a certain demographic in the whole.
But I have something to say about that too. Reparations just means repair, right? Because the word repair is in reparations.
Yeah.
You're repairing what was damaged, right? So when you give reparations, that means you're going to do something to repair what you did, right? To make up for what you did, right? The Japanese, when they came over here, when they first started migrating to America, which was after 1865, they were put in internment camps in California and all over the country, California, New York, Oregon, Washington. They put Japanese people in internment camps because of the war, right? World War II.
You mean 1965?
No, I'm saying since 1865. Well, they started
because World War II is
yeah. World War II happened in late
1930s,
45
or the 40s.
Yeah,
to like 45. Yeah,
when the Japanese were over here, they're migrating.
Because we're gonna talk a little bit about World War II too. I want to talk about something.
Okay.
Because this is gonna be an episode where
So they got put in internment camps because of the war. You know, they were basically prisoners of war. When the war was over, they got each Japanese family that was still in America got $25,000 cash. Reparation. That's a form of reparations, right? Native Americans, even though they got hustled,
OGs.
Even though they got hustled out the game because you got a bunch of what's called $5 Indians out here. You know what a $5 Indian is? So basically, in like the early 1900s, they had what was called the Dawes Rolls, right? Which is basically a registration list of all the Native Americans in the country. And the government was like, okay, look, we're going to tally up all the Native Americans around the country, and once we tally them all up, we'll give them reparations. We'll give them casinos, land, all that stuff, you know. We'll allocate a bunch of shit to them. So what white people did, reason why the term $5 Indian exists and is a thing, is because white people, they were like, look, let me give you $5 and you put my name on the Dawes Rolls so I can get those benefits. You know what I'm saying? That's why the term $5 Indian is a thing, right? Because white people hustled the game, white supremacy, a form of it, and went to the government and basically, like, under the table, paid a lot of government officials to put their name on the list so they could benefit. That's why you have a lot of white people out here claiming that they're Native American, and they're not Native nothing. Because the Native Americans were fucking dark-skinned people. They were black as fuck. Dark-skinned people. You know what I'm saying? There is no such thing as a white Native American. It does not exist. If you're a white person and you think you're Native American, that means that your family, there's a family member in your lineage that was a $5
I would
Indian.
say this, not pure. That could be mixed. If you're claiming to be pure Native American and you're like a whiter complexion,
there is no such thing as a white Native American, bro.
Yeah,
it's a bullshit.
I agree.
It's a hustle. It's a straight hustle. Their family were $5 Indians. $5 Indians,
if you're
bro.
you're not quite white, but you're not quite like that tan type of Native American, dark brown, like not dark brown, but like a brown to like a tan range. If you're not that range, but you're like a little bit lighter, that means that you have been watched by the American society. That's what I call it.
I mean, any black you could.
It's just like black people, like most.
I was gonna say you can tell that about black people that intermingle with white people, right? Or the slave masters.
That's the majority.
They used to have a
black Americans.
They used to have a secret society back in the slavery times called the Blue Vein Society. It was nothing but mulattoes.
Yeah.
Nothing but mixed black folks, light-skinned black folks. The reason, you know why they call them Blue Vein Society, right? You know why? Because light-skinned people, you can see the veins, the blue in the vein. And if you didn't have that, you couldn't be a part of the society, right?
Shout out to Lil Wayne with the Blue Veins line on the...
Right.
They know. Yeah. But, very true. Very factual shit right there. But, just knowing that how a lot of Americans are like blended, even though they might look pure black or pure white or whatever, they're all mixed.
Right. There's no such thing, because I've read, okay. I know a few white people right now, like pure, like lily white. Like they call themselves Native American. I'm mixed with Cherokee and
you might have Cherokee in it, but I wouldn't say that Native American. Don't claim the whole.
But see,
I can't imagine doing
they're saying that because their family benefited from being a Native American, quote unquote, right? Dawes Rolls, $5 Indian.
Shout out to the reservation sites and shit.
Right. Shout out to them. But yeah, you got their family, a $5 Indian family. Straight up. That's why any white person that says they claim Native American, I'm like, man, shut your $5 Indian ass up.
That means on the contrary,
shut the hell up, man.
You got some privilege money in your hands.
Exactly. That's why all the white folks that are Native American own casinos. They own the casinos. They own the land, and I'm telling you, bro, man. It's a big ass generational hustle, man. I'm telling you, like, and that's a form of white supremacy because once again, the dark people don't get the benefits that are owed to them. Time and time again, like, yo.
Like, there's one thing I'm gonna admit. At the end of the day, I played my little devil's advocate role for that time being. I just did, but they know that if we're together as Black people, African Americans, Africans, like the darker complexion people,
Black people globally get on code.
If we all come together, we are the best.
Bro, no doubt, no question.
We will run shit, and that's why they try to suppress us the most. Knowing that fact.
You know what's interesting? I thought about this, and I've known this. I've had this in my mind for years, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now, right? White people. If we were to just let nature play out, right?
Yeah, no manipulating.
No manipulating shit. No systematic racism.
Mano y mano.
Just everybody just fucking chill. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking chill. Black people will strive. We'll thrive because we're genetically dominant. It's about genetics. This shit is about genetics, bro. Genetic survival. That's what this is. And white people that are racist and that are like racist, like strategically racist, like they're racist with intellect, they know this, right? They fucking know this.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in order for them to survive, they need to be racist, bro. They have to. They have to
compensate for their.
They have to, bro.
For what they're lacking.
They have to, because if we're just talking genetically and by nature, they're gonna die off. Like just on some like, because think about it. When a white person and a Black person have a child, what color is that child? How does that child come out?
So
it's a Black child.
Yeah. So because like look at it like this. I'm gonna piggyback what you just said. That half Black, half white child is gonna be more accepted in the Black community than the white community.
Facts.
That kid might as well just be light skinned to us.
Right.
But to the white people, you're not our complexion. You're darker. Therefore, you're not us. Only us lighter is what is. Like you can have a different hair color. You can have freckles. But if you're not in our complexion range and you're over here being slightly darker and shit, you're not us all the way. But we'll take in those half.
And you know, a lot of mixed children grow up confused. You know that, right? Like, especially if they're raised by the white parent. If the mixed child is raised by the white parent, yeah, they end up getting confused, right? I think Kaepernick used to be confused when he was younger. Yeah, but as he got older, he started to realize, like,
only after he was an adult.
Yeah, when he started
he was confused as a kid.
Right, he was confused. I'm sure he was, but when he got
grade school,
see what rewired his brain was knowledge of self.
Yeah.
You start hanging out with a lot of niggas. You start hanging out. Your hair starts to grow. Once he got to the NFL. Once he got to the NFL, his hair started. He's getting that fro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. His natural. He started getting around that black vibe, that black energy. Exactly. You're like, this is who I am. This is what my genetic makeup is overall. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, bro. A lot of mixed children, especially if they're raised by the white parent, they end up confused. And that's fucked up. That's messed up. I'm gonna be real. Like, that's not cool.
I know some in the rave scene. I know. Yeah. There's one I'm thinking of right now. And the thing is, her dad's Nigerian, and her mom's white. But
who raised her?
Her white mom.
See.
Yeah, exactly.
See.
So, and I'd say she's so far gone. She's like pretty much like a cam girl on Facebook. She be showing, the whole holding her tits without showing the nipple and then do all the sexual shit.
Oh,
and I'm like,
man.
You think her Nigerian dad would be? You think she'll be doing that if she?
Hell no. Hell no.
Exactly the point, bro.
Hell no. Nah, but like. And I'm not going to say all white parents, right? I mean, you got the anomalies. You got the few that keep their kids straight the black children straight that they're raising. They'll be like, look, I'm white. I'm your parent. I'm white, but you're still black. Understand that? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta move differently. Matter of fact, let me point you in the direction of some mentors that you can look at, some black mentors, and you got the few white people that do that, but it's not enough. It's it's a
vast minority,
vast minority, and the white parents that do have black children, the majority of them end up having confused ass mixed children, mixed babies. You know what I'm saying? And
it's true.
And I'm gonna tell you, let me bang you over the head with this. I'm gonna bang you over the head with this. My grandma was white on my dad's side. You know that?
Wow.
On my dad's mom was a white woman.
Did she adopt him?
No.
Oh, he is really half white?
Yeah, bro. Like my dad's dad is a black Italian.
So you're mixed.
My dad's dad is a black Italian. I do. My dad's dad, I do.
Yeah.
But you would never tell, motherfuckers. You would never tell.
He's talking about the white supremacy. He's like,
hey, bro, because,
what's that, 20%?
Hey, because I'm black, though.
18.3%.
Because you know why? Back in the day, they used to be like, if you have 1 30-second blood, 1 30-second blood in your system, then you're considered black. That's how they used to roll. That's how they used to roll back in the day.
Even that low?
1 30-second Negro blood in you, then you consider black. That's how they used to fucking operate.
That shit don't work like that now, because I'm at plenty of people that done Ancestry.com to find out they're 4%, 10%.
Hey. They said that's how white supremacists used to think back then. They probably still think like that. They probably still think like that.
If they put us in the masses.
Yeah, I mean, they probably still think like that, But, yeah. Oh, my dad's dad is a black Italian. My dad's mom is British, white woman. And then my mom, my mom, she's from Africa, Cameroon.
Yeah, exactly.
So my dad and my mom had me and others.
Dude, I start to realize more and more, like, me and my family, and like me and my brothers and sisters, we're anomalies because we're full Cameroon. And like straight. There's no
there's no
mixture because my parents were the first ones to lead the country. Like they're
really?
Straight Cameroon, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so my mom went to London before Jean, my older sister, was born in London, and then she moved to the U.S.
Okay.
And then my dad moves to the U.S. from Lagos. So he goes from Boya to Lagos in Nigeria, and then he moves to the U.S. And then they had a mutual friend, my brother's godmother, Ep.11.
Okay.
And they made each other to her, and then the rest was history. But they already had a kid each. Like, my oldest brother was born in Cameroon, my oldest sister was born in London. And they never, like...
Shout out to London, I was born there too.
Yeah, exactly. You and Canadian have that in common.
Yeah.
So, but there was no other life outside of Cameroon before us.
Damn.
So... Like, I know, like, I don't have to look up my Ancestry.com or any shit like that.
Right, yeah, I don't really have to either. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, at least you know, because, like, only your parents were the first to deal with, like, any change in their natural.
Right.
So.
Because my dad, he spent I think he came to the U.S. before, prior to me being born. He came maybe a few times, but he never lived in the U.S. He lived in Britain. He grew up in England and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So my parents were the first to like travel here and like set up shop in the U.S. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So that's why I could say I'm first generation African American pure.
Right.
Because I was born here, but I'm full African.
Right.
So I'm the purest form of African American. Ain't no just black with me. I'm African American, purest form. It's like a saying or something. Like pure super saying,
like a saying. Shit.
Motherfucking Goku in this.
I feel like the sayings were modeled after black folks.
Oh no, that's what me and Soul use that as a metaphor. Like
straight up
talking about our saying pride, the African stubbornness, and like we're
that's funny.
Like when the African gets like
that's
tapped in like physically, whenever they like really max out their potential, they're like super saiyan. They're like just look at like the Francis Ngannou's and shit. Like
right.
Like you get maximum performance from that maxed out African. And it's like a saying. It's like not just a regular human. Like we're like metahumans or something.
Facts.
So, speaking of the whole metahuman thing, so I was watching something as of recently, too. It was just this last night. I watched Fresh and Fit and shit.
Okay.
Myron, Walter and all that. And they had this dude named Nick Fuentes. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yo, I don't fuck with that dude. Fuck that dude, bro. Nick Fuentes?
Yeah. He was on their show. He was on their show.
Whack.
So I don't understand. I'm sure I know why you don't fuck with that dude.
He thinks like a white supremacist.
Yeah, that's what everybody.
I mean, just because his last name is Fuentes doesn't mean you like it. Meant okay.
Yeah, he's half Hispanic, but
that shit don't matter.
Yeah,
that shit don't matter.
Definitely white.
You identify. He identifies as a white man.
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't gonna check the Hispanic box, and if he does check the Hispanic box, it don't matter because you're still thinking like a white racist.
And he looks more white than Hispanic. Right. It goes back to the whole complexion.
He's whack as fuck, dude. Fuck that dude, man.
So you've seen a lot of them. Have you seen enough?
When I first saw him. I've heard rumblings about him prior to me visually seeing him. But when I first saw him, I saw him on No Jumper. He was getting interviewed by them.
By like Adam, when Adam still had what's his name?
Flacco.
It was AD, Flacco, Adam.
Yeah, that's when I first saw him. I was like, man, get the fuck.
He's the most banned person on the internet. So he has his own website called Cozy TV.
Yeah, and I bet
that's what they're talking.
Full of white supremacist thinkers just like himself. Bitch ass dude, man. The fool's whack.
Oh man. You want to know what's crazy? Yeah. I was gonna say this. He ain't that bad.
Jesus. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of the Wisdom Talk podcast.
No, but there's a reason why I say this because he's. You say white supremacy. I don't say white supremacy because he doesn't hate other races. The only people that he hates is them boys. You know who them boys, the ones that almost got in Casino from YouTube. That's the only people that he honestly, but
I don't think
he's more of a radical towards, he wants to keep everyone racial. Like, you know, he doesn't like interracial.
Well, I wouldn't say he hates black folks. I just feel like he would rather be over them than even.
Yeah, he does.
He has a very professional decorum about how he expresses his disdain towards other races, right?
An example of that. Why I see why you believe that is because he wants to keep it still majority white in America.
See,
he wants to keep it still majority white as it's always been.
See,
and that's his way of thinking because that's how we've gotten to this point.
And it's majority
absolute,
right? And you want to keep it mostly white because mostly white means white supremacy. It's systematic. Privilege. Well, white privilege, white supremacy, whatever. All the same shit. Whatever. You want to keep it all the same that way because you're benefiting more than us. Your children or your relatives or your brothers and sisters, whoever he has connected to him, that's non-black is benefiting. So why would he want to not keep it the same? Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And look at it in that perspective. That's why I bring it up because I'm always open to see all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So why don't we replace that system that's depriving and messing up people that are non-black or not non-black that are black and other ethnic groups, right? How about we replace that system with a system of justice? How about that? System of justice meaning everybody's got an even playing field, a fair shot. You know what I'm saying?
You just went to another extreme. From his extreme, you're counting his extreme.
Well, I'm not saying economic socialism or nothing like that. I'm saying give everybody
a hypothetical example. That's what you're trying to get.
Right. So example, right?
Go ahead, elaborate on it.
Yeah, example. Like if a black person has a robbery charge and a white person has a robbery charge, they robbed the same fucking bank. They got the same exact charge. Don't punish the black person harder than you're going to punish the white person. That's systematic. That's white supremacy, bro.
So
don't give a white person a slap on the wrist for raping a woman, and then when a black person rapes a woman, you're going to give them a fucking beat down. You see what I'm saying?
Like, are you saying this is what's happening regularly?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. There's examples all across the board. Bro, all these cops getting not getting punished and killing black people with impunity, these white cops doing it, that's white supremacy, bro.
Do you think also that they put that like easy to access to put that stigma in heads as well, to like show that it's always happening to the minority, the black person? Like it's not.
It doesn't always happen to just black people, but show me.
They glorify. They put that on the forefront more often. They
may do that. People. But here's the difference. Here's what nullifies that. What are the punishments? It may not happen. It may happen to people all over in all ethnic groups. But are these people getting punished? There's no punishment being enforced on these people that are killing black folks. So that's why it looks bad. Honestly, it looks terrible because these white officers or these white people, fuck the officers, just white citizens that do harm to black folks, right? Where's the punishment for them that's meaningful? Show me an example where a black person harmed a white person and did not get punished. Show me. Where's that example exist? I'm just saying.
OJ. That's the only one I can think of.
They came back and got his ass. They said, "Nah, nigga, you can't say that," because they came back and got OJ. Nigga, hold on. They came back and got Bill Cosby's ass. And I don't even think that shit's real, to be honest with you. I think that shit's all fake.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
That's bullshit.
I've always been the type of person. I've always been one of the few people also was like,
nah, bro.
No, bro.
That shit,
I'm not so easily persuaded because Bill Cosby, he's too goofy, bro.
He's just
too goofy to be that type of a...
This is how much they don't let black people make it in this country, right? When it comes to shit like that. They went back and got females back in the 60s and 70s to come get Bill Cosby and lock his ass up.
Yeah.
Bro, the only example I can give white folks...
They're talking about, like, there was allegations, people coming out the woodworks, pre-Huxtables.
Dog. And I don't think
pre-Huxtables. That was the 80s.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Like, pre-Huxtables?
That's pre-Huxtables.
Like, when he was still like a comedian?
Get the fuck out of here.
Doing stand-up?
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like, people didn't know Bill Cosby did stand-up.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here.
Man, but people will
get a hot dog or you want a balloon. I don't know what you want.
You hear the East Coast twang.
You want a cup of coffee or something? You got a hot dog or you want a balloon or you get a cup of coffee or...
Well, cannoli.
You want a cannoli or scoofy? I don't know what you want.
Scoofy.
I knocked the scoofy off your head. You know, you want a hot dog, you want a balloon, you want a cup of coffee or something? I don't know.
They be sitting on the stoop. With stoop kid.
Sitting on a stool, you know. Nah, but I'm telling you, bro. The only example I can give white folks where they came back and got him was this happened recently. They came back and got a Nazi soldier who was like 103 years old. They came back and got a Nazi soldier that was rolling in a fucking wheelchair, crippled and decrepit. You know what I'm saying? They came and got and locked up that Nazi soldier, locked him up. This was recent. This was like maybe a year ago.
You know what's crazy when you bring up the whole Nazi shit? Is that it comes back to Nick Fuentes because he thinks Hitler's not that bad.
Get him the fuck out of here. See, Kanye, I know why Kanye said Kanye was trying to be real introspective about it.
Yeah, it's about the boys.
Yeah, Kanye was trying to be real introspective about it because he was trying to relate a picture. He was trying to relate it to black folks, like how, like, you know, Hitler wasn't that bad because he was punishing the Jews that were harming my people. That are currently harming. That's how Kanye was thinking about it. Nick Fuentes ain't thinking. He ain't thinking like that. Nick Fuentes ain't doing that. Nick Fuentes is saying he's not that bad because you know
he was just eradicating.
He was instilling some evenness for other white folks to benefit. But where do black people fit in all this? Oh, we're still stomping on y'all, but we just want Hitler to harm these white folks and help these white folks. Harm the white, help the white.
His justification is like, you know, Stalin from World War I and how he was trying to get Russia to take over Eastern Europe and everything. And how Hitler's surprise attack was the game changer in World War I. That someone can't be that bad if he was on the cover of Times Magazine to be how they picture him now, how they envision him now. And then it comes down to the fact that the World War II started really when Germany was beefing with France and Britain. and their back and forth is what triggered the whole World War II in the first place. And just a side note, man, that's why France... To think, man, sorry, I'll just segue, and I'm going into a tangent, but man, France used to be like a top tier country. Like France used to be like heavily
shots fired.
I'm just saying, like France used to be here, just like you can go back to the Revolutionary War and stuff, like the Allies and all this stuff. And like you think like
France used to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, it used to be a powerhouse. Do you think France is a powerhouse now? Do you think of France as a powerhouse?
Well, you got to think. Let me break this down for you. You got to think about what lens you're going to look at that from, right? Because look at it this way. You know about all the riots that are going on in France right now? Yeah. How people are turning up out there. Because
but you know what? They changed.
They killed an innocent black person out there.
And they changed their society to like a socialistic type of society. It's egalitarian bullshit. It's not.
Right.
Capitalism's the way. I'm sorry.
I mean, capitalism's probably the best way.
Yeah,
it just depends. It just depends on who's spearheading capitalism. I feel like
I agree,
because that could change the game. And currently, the game's jacked up right now, especially for black people. But anyway, you got to look at is France a powerhouse? You got to look at it from this lens, though, right? In Africa, France colonized a lot of African countries.
Yeah, our country. Cameroon. That's why I have such a gripe about
to this day
to be associated with a country that's been falling off.
To this day, there's a lot of African countries that use France currency.
Francs. Yeah, Cameroon's one of them. And
so
then, look at our country. Look at what's going on in our country.
Exactly. So technically, countries like Cameroon and others are still economically colonized by France.
Facts.
France has got that stronghold on multiple different countries right now, to this day. So, is France really as weak as we think they are? Because they're still economically dominating these African countries.
Economically?
No. And economics is top priority, and how to dominate somebody.
As far as like threatening, like their military.
Militarily, that's different. Right. Militarily, that's different. That's different.
Exactly.
Right. Militarily, now you got a point.
They're weak.
But economically speaking,
they still collect the resources out the wazoo.
Stealing resources, I don't want to say.
Yeah. Collector. That's why I said collector.
Collect
resources out the wazoo.
Bill collectors.
Yeah, they're still collecting.
That's what I'm saying.
And Africa is like arguably the most resourceful of all the continents. It
is the most resourceful. It is. That's why it's important for black folks all across the globe to get on code. Like, stop with this Akata bullshit. Like, real talk, bro. Like, that shit is bullshit. I hate that shit, man. We need to all get on code, because white people, they have infighting, but guess what? They know how to get on code when it comes to fucking us up. And that's why I was bringing up the news. Like,
their infighting doesn't ever get televised, doesn't ever get put out there. They keep that shit under the wraps. If they have infighting, that shit gets taken down.
Right.
But our infighting is for the whole
world. We got to display it. We got to be extra about it.
Forefront.
Right. Yeah. I agree with you there. So, we always got to be extra about it. But the main thing is that they know how to get on the same page when it comes to dominating us. You see what I'm saying?
Because we're the common denominator of threat.
Ukraine and Russia, prime example. Ukraine and Russia fighting. That's white on white violence. That's white on white crime. White on white crime. It exists at a high level.
Europe, it is.
It's white folks. White on white violence exists at a high level. It always has been, right? Higher than black folks. All
the biggest wars were escalated by
white folks.
Yeah, even in the world wars that we've had, Africans, like, no African countries were like,
they weren't involved with that shit. We weren't involved with that shit. Yeah. White on white crime. White on white violence.
All these wars
I'm telling you,
between white people.
Dog.
Maybe you get some Asians involved when you get Japan or Korea and shit.
But some of them are
not even China. China don't get involved. China's peaceful.
But some of those motherfuckers in Asia want to be honorary white folks too. But they want to be honorary.
Right.
They do.
Even in America, like the ones that, like, a lot of Asians carry themselves like kind of like, and one of them, like, they try to blend in with the white folks.
Yeah, and you know what's
so accepted by white folks.
You know, a lot of racist white people, they marry white Asian women. You know that?
when you say white Asian women, like Asian women that are like
that are white, that are white complected, white complected,
like the pale Asian.
Yeah, they want to get the pale Asian. A lot of racist white people, white supremacists, they go for that because there's been over the years, over the decades.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, this shit's real talk, bro.
What the fuck?
Hey, there's a lot of compromise that's happened with the white woman in America over the years. Them intermingling with black folks. So white supremacists over the years have gone and gotten white Asians, right? Pale skinned Asians. You know what this comes back to is another point I was gonna make is the IQ standards. And fuck the IQ. The IQ was made to further like subjugate black people intellectually. That's what that shit was created for.
Because there's statistics.
Fuck that shit.
There's statistics for everything.
Yeah.
And the Asian people are of the highest. And the black people and Spanish people are the lowest.
Of course they are, because it's designed
to. The white people are the ones in the middle.
It's designed to do that.
And then the immigrants come with the white. They're like in that same range of the white. Like all the immigrants from like Middle Eastern to African and
dumbass
South
IQ
American.
test. Fuck that stupid ass test. That shit don't determine shit.
I'm taking IQ tests. I'm taking a couple of them. But like, I still don't say it's the say all be all. But it's nice to know. Like, I mean, the idea. I got a 140.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you wanna fuck around,
it's just like a flex. But it's not even something that I could just say, oh, I'm above anybody. No.
Yeah, fuck that. Like you got some dumb motherfuckers out here super successful. So fuck that IQ test.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
I mean, I feel you though. I'm not trying to denigrate what you're saying or degrade what you're saying.
No, it's just statistics. It's just statistics. It's not to say all be all, and it doesn't mean that you can improve your IQ. It doesn't mean that you're doomed.
Right.
Because this demographic of people are known for having the lowest IQ.
According to an IQ test that was made by a white person. But go ahead.
But yeah, like nonetheless,
the only white person that I can honestly say, I fuck with a lot of white people. Don't get me wrong. But the only white person, I'm serious. I fuck with white people. I do.
You sound like Dick Fuentes on that, but
I do. No, but I do fuck with white people. Like, I have a problem.
He was saying that on the Fresh and Fit. He was like, I have a lot of black friends. I grew up with black people.
See, but he doesn't specify. See, I'm about to specify.
Go ahead.
I don't like white supremacy, systematic white supremacy. I like white people, but I don't like the system that helps y'all benefit and subjugate others. That's what I don't like about white.
Yeah, it's really like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's superiority.
It's white supremacy. I don't like white supremacy, like period, in all areas of activity. That doesn't mean I hate white people, because I don't. But I like my point, and you're gonna laugh at this. The only white person that I never had the pleasure of meeting, that I truly fucked with and liked, was Stan Lee. I feel like Stan Lee was the most genuine white dude. Bro, man, you know, let me tell you a story.
R.I.P. Stan Lee.
R.I.P. fucking Stan Lee.
That's
bro.
my
dog.
Listen, he's a smooth
cat.
Man.
I'm telling you, he was a smooth old. Stan Lee was. I'm telling you,
Stan Lee was. No matter how old he was, he had the same.
Stan Lee was the truth.
Fake back in the glasses.
And y'all need, Marvel, y'all need to pay that man his money, like him and his estate, his family, because they're not really paying him well enough. But anyway. And I like Marvel. Shout out to Marvel. But
same.
But let me tell you a story about Stan Lee that I heard from Godfrey, the comedian Godfrey.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Godfrey, man. Like, his impersonations are fucking crazy.
See, I played that one clip where he had that OG pimp dude on there with the honors. Yeah, that shit.
That shit was fire. That shit was fire. That shit was off the chain, bro.
I need a mentor like that on my team,
bro. That shit was off the chain. But let me tell you a story about Godfrey. How Godfrey was talking about how he met Stan Lee, and he was saying Stan Lee. He was like, yeah, I met Stan Lee, and like he pulled me into his office, and Stan Lee was like, well, let me tell you something, Godfrey. You know how Stan Lee be talking, like, well, let me tell you something, Godfrey. He's like, you know, the first successful superhero under Marvel on the big screen. You want to know who it was? And then Godfrey was like, no, who? He was like, it was Blade. People forget about Blade, you know, but Blade was the guy. You know, Stan Lee used to tell him that. And Godfrey was like, yeah, I remember Stan Lee telling me that. And Stan Lee was like happy that happened that way. that lets me know that like Stan Lee really cut for his black superheroes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And same thing with the X-Men. You know the X-Men was made after black people, right?
After black people?
Think about the dynamic, because the X-Men, it caters towards the dynamic of black people and white people during the civil rights movement. Because you think about the X-Men stories, right?
About the concept of like
the concept of mutants and then the regular people.
And like segregating them.
And segregating them. Think about how all the X-Men movies played out. Think about the comics.
And
think about
the time the X-Men originally came out was around.
It was around the civil rights movement. It was in the 60s. That's when the X-Men dropped. I'm telling you, Stan Lee. I'm telling you, bro. Magneto is like Malcolm X. Professor Xavier is Martin Luther King.
Holy.
Real talk.
What the
damn, this nigga's mind's blown. I thought you knew this.
What the
No, real talk. That's how it's modeled, after that.
And you see their characters and you see
it's modeled after that, bro.
What
real talk.
The fuck?
Seriously.
And Professor X, ironically, is Martin Luther King, even though he has the X in his name.
Right.
Magneto.
Exactly. It's Malcolm X.
And not Martin Oh my God.
Right. So black people are the mutants.
I'm the fucking nerd.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised you're shocked by this. Like, I thought you knew this.
Damn. Even though
the X-Men, the mutants are the black people, and then the white people are everybody else. You know what I'm saying? The humans, right? So that's in the comics, right? So that's Stan Lee modeled that dynamic after the X-Men, or he modeled the black people and the white people in the civil rights movement era, the segregation. He modeled that after the X-Men.
Makes sense.
That's why I fuck with X-Men. X-Men and shit.
I've always felt like X-Men, but it makes sense why.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? X-Men
subconsciously, I just knew they were right.
Right.
There was the right cause behind them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out. That's the one, like I said, Stan Lee, Stan the fucking man. I wish I would have met him. I wish I would have got that role for Blade when I should have got it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like years ago. Shout out to Wesley. I fuck with Wesley Snipes. I wish they would have. I wish they would have revamped Blade during the MCU era. You know what I'm saying?
Blade coming for MCU.
They do with Mahershala Ali. Yeah, I like him too. Like he's a dope actor. Yeah, he's dope as fuck. But yeah, man, shout out to Stan. I would have had him cameo on my shit. You know what I'm saying? They need to make a Blue Marvel movie. If you don't know who Blue Marvel is, he's
I know Blue Marvel.
You do?
I do know Blue Marvel.
One of my favorite.
Mega Mutant.
He's fucking ridiculous,
he's
bro.
Like omniscient.
He's one of the strongest in the entire comics universe. Yeah. He's like top tier, bro.
He's like the Jon Stewart Green Lantern, the Black Green Lantern.
Better, more.
Like, yeah. I just give him just because like his design is like a blue version of it.
Right.
He looks like it.
Dog, I saw a comic. I watch like comics on YouTube, like where they verbally read them to you and shit. I watch that sometimes at night when I'm about to go to sleep and shit. Yeah. And so like Comics Explained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
they got that on YouTube as well.
Bro, they came out with a Blue Marvel comic where this nigga Blue Marvel flew into a Celestial and killed this Celestial, bro.
From the inside.
You flew into him and fucking imploded that fool. I was like, yo, this dude is fucking strong as shit, bro.
Yeah, Celestials. The only people that could beat Celestials is like...
It's like the one above all, or like...
And like,
what's his name?
Franklin Richards.
Eternal. Eternal.
Eternals. Like the Eternals, like those...
The Eternals and... you know that
Silver Surfer and shit.
Silver Surfer.
Galactus is he's a Celestial.
He is a Celestial, but there's three Celestials that are super strong. You got
Dormammu?
No, not Dormammu. You got Eternity is one Celestial. Yeah. Eternity was in Thor: Love and Thunder at the end when Gorr. You remember when Gorr died? Gorr the God Butcher died, and he was looking at Eternity, and Eternity was sitting down looking at him. You can see the universe inside of Eternity.
Exactly.
That's a celestial being right there. That's one. And then
you have the tribal one.
The living tribunal.
Yeah.
The one where he has three heads.
Yeah, exactly.
That one's strong. He's above Eternity. And then the person above the living tribunal is the one above all.
Yeah, the one above all.
Which is the God, which is the creator. Which should be Stan Lee. Real talk. If Stan Lee was still alive, that would have been dope as fuck if they could have casted Stan Lee as the one above all. At the end when his time is right to kind of show the one above all, you just fucking roll out Stan Lee. Because think about it, he's made cameos in everybody's movie. He's been in everybody's universe. He made cameos in the Venom movie, which is a Sony project. He made cameos in Spider-Man when it was on Sony. With the Tobey Maguire
on the X-Men movie.
On the X-Men movies. He's the one above all, bro. Because he's been in every fucking universe. You see?
They could probably CGI him as the one above all.
They could, but
at the end.
Right, yeah, they could, but it's like, damn. I wish he was still alive to just fill that role. That would have been a perfect role. Perfect. Right. We kind of got into our comic book nerd. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. I fuck with that shit, man. I love it. So, I want to be in a Marvel movie one day.
So the whole thing that took us to that point was the whole race thing. And I came up with this hot take, controversial thing. So, let me get it right. So, I was saying this about like all the races, and I'm saying like strengths and weaknesses. I'm gonna read through this. Let me see what you think. So, white people are the most like base all around. They're in the middle of the pack when it comes to like mentally, physically, spiritually, cerebrally, emotionally, financially, technologically. So I say black people are physically and mentally superior, but financially and emotionally inferior. That's what I said about black people. It's a lot I'm about to give at you.
Okay.
Asian/Middle East are like cerebrally and technically superior, but physically and mentally weaker. And then I say Latino / Hispanic are spiritually and mentally stronger, but technically and cerebrally lower. And then the last one, I was like, them boys are financially. So, like,
oh man,
I know it's a lot that I gave you, but what would you say about like black people are like physically and mentally superior to all the other races, but then like we take a slack at financially and emotionally,
and you know why, right?
Exactly, it's suppression. That's
racism.
That's suppression.
Systematic racism.
Yeah. If it's not financially like holding us back, is emotionally putting us in single parent household type of environment.
You got Section 8, you got all this redlining and gentrification and all this fucking bullshit that's been pinned against us. Every time they always try to stack the odds against us.
Exactly.
Every time.
Exactly.
And we're still here. We still persevere.
They just want us to suck it up and just deal with it. And
then when we do that, they fucking destroy our shit. When we pull our bootstraps up, Tulsa, Oklahoma,
and overcome these adversities and stuff.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, these segregated neighborhoods, we build them up and thrive them. They always come and fuck it up every time. That's why, bro.
There's always that chance that even though we're playing with the least cards stacked against us, we still, even after we overcome with the cards not stacked in our favor and like probability not in our side, they still have just that one moment to fuck it all up. Still like K card.
But you know what, Castle? You know what though? We're getting tired, bro. We're tired. We're in the era now where black folks are getting tired of that shit, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of black people coming together.
We're coming together. We're fighting back. Like fuck that bullshit.
And a lot more black people are like going towards more qualifiable positions and like becoming like more.
Black people are getting more aware. You're getting more on code. Because code is important, bro.
And they're like, we gotta beat them from inside, so we gotta match their.
We gotta come together and utilize our resources. Fuck this. You know, I love my FBA brothers and sisters, man. I love you guys, and I love my African brothers and sisters. We all gotta figure out how to get on code, because all these black people that are against foundational black Americans getting reparations from the American government, all the Africans that are against that, y'all are some ops, bro. Like, y'all are operatives. y'all are some fucking coons. I'm gonna be real. That's some coon shit.
See, that's why also I was just gonna add this little end cap before you keep on add on to why they're coons. But that's why I can't fuck with either side of politics, because the Republicans, even though they're like conservative and traditional, they're also that same side that tries to do the suppressing.
Facts.
Even though the Democrat side is like more hedonistic and like Satan.
Yeah, the Democrats they try and fucking
there's two different types of evil.
And the Democrats the reason why the Democrats are worse is because they try to con us for our vote. They try and guilt trip us.
Yes.
They insult us, but like, hey, we're giving you free fried chicken. You come to get free fried chicken.
Patronize
and patronize us. Give us free. We'll give you free fried chicken if you cast your vote. Like bullshit like that.
While the Republicans are openly selfish, they're like,
the Republicans are like, no,
if you're with us or you ain't.
Right.
We are only protect our own.
But you know what though? If I will say this, if Trump and his camp win the election, I'm willing to hear him out to see how he's going to help black folks. I'll hear him out.
Yeah.
If he ain't talking about shit, then fuck him too. Right?
Exactly.
But I'm willing to hear him out because
after this Biden shit.
Yeah, Biden. Nah, bro.
After this Biden shit.
Get this shit out of here, bro. Like, this is a farce. Like, I never voted. I didn't vote. I didn't vote. Yeah. Because I was like, fuck this shit, man. Like, we vote and we still get fucked up. Yeah. We go back home, right?
Yeah.
So, like, what are we voting for?
Like, because the electoral votes come in and they still would notify all the state. And then we put these and then we put these people in office, and then black folks don't get shit. Yeah, no.
What do we? How do when we put?
They sell us a dream.
Exactly.
Like I mentioned it. I forgot which episode, but the LGBTQ plus community is 3% of our population. Right. But black people are 13%, and you see which one is getting more.
It's stupid lopsided, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. It's way ridiculous. More like I'm not even saying appreciation, but way more like justification,
right,
and protection are them. What about us? And we've been going through it way longer.
It doesn't benefit the majority of the group. And
it's just because there's all races of that, but it has to focus on those black people and the other one. Why they don't want to give us black people that glorification? They don't want to. It's a lack of accountability.
Again, it goes back to they need to be racist, bro, to survive, to genetically survive.
Racism has to stay intact in some degree. It can be minimal.
For them, it does.
Yeah.
We don't need to be racist because we got nature on our side.
Yeah.
Because if we just chill.
I'm just saying as far as the narrative has to have some stigma of racism.
Sure. Right. Sure. I agree. But again,
when you're talking about those coon as Africans.
Yeah, the coon as them niggas and women. The women, the African men and women that are against black folks in America getting reparations, the foundation of black Americans, the Africans that are against that, y'all are ops and y'all are coons. Y'all are ops and y'all are coons. That's some bullshit. Like, we all, think about it.
You want to know what's fucked up is that I was just having this conversation with my mom, and my mom is on is one of them Africans. See, we are like having a little. We are literally going back and forth about it while I was going to work.
See, and here's the thing. That's funny. And here's the thing.
And I'm telling you. I was
right.
Thinking the same way. Exactly.
And here's the thing. Think about it, you coons, African coons over there, right? Why would you not want to help your cousins over here, your brothers and sisters over here? You're not going to benefit
off of a byproduct.
Because if we help them, they instinctively are going to want to help us.
Exactly.
Scratch their back. You scratch your back, I scratch your vice. You see, you know the saying, right?
Yeah.
If I scratch you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to want to fucking feel compelled to help us. You know what I'm saying? Because all these black, like Cameroon, right? Cameroon, we need to be hollering at France for reparations. They colonized Cameroon. Exactly. They fucked Cameroon up. They put Cameroon to the ground economically.
Exactly.
We need to holler at them for reparations. That's the country we need to go to for reparations. That's them.
They're infighting right now, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Our own civil war.
So.
Otherwise, we could attack France. This would be the perfect time because France is soft.
Right. That's what I'm saying. France is vulnerable.
They're vulnerable right now, but
right. See, art of war. See, you thinking like Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu.
That's a great book. That's a great book. It's a good movie.
Art of war.
Good movie too with Wesley Snipes. Good movie.
Art of war. Art of war. You want a pork bun or you want a whole man?
Oh my God!
You want a pork bun?
He done. Look at this fool doing multiple accents.
You want a pork bun? You over there? You want a pork bun?
Yeah, you want a pork bun?
You don't want to eat pork bun? You're not a whole man.
Damn.
Fuck. Nah, but yeah, man. Like, we all need to just get on code, man. Because, like I said, goes back to what we said earlier. White people infight. They fight each other. But guess what? They know how to get on the same page, aka get on code with each other to keep us down.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, they could be beefing, but they see a bigger picture. Hey,
and then like, we gotta make sure these niggas stay down. Right.
Oh, bro. Nick Fuentes said the N-word on Fresh and Fit yesterday. It was on Rumble. You know Rumble.
Yeah, like, Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, that's
by the way,
get away with shit.
I want to say shout out to James Diamond. He commented on my post about you reinstating the channel.
Yeah.
And he was giving me suggestions on other platforms.
I saw that.
Yeah, Rumble.
I saw it.
Odyssey. It's like Odyssey, Rumble, and then there was another one that was it Kick?
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't know. Yeah,
but I remember I seen that comment, and I think I liked it too.
Yeah. He mentioned Rumble. That's what reminded me of.
And the reason why I bring up Rumble, shouts to Rumble, is because it practices one thing over everything: free speech.
Right.
And you saw how we almost got in trouble because we was talking.
Sure.
Well, I keep on saying them boys. I got that from Fresh.
And the jab.
Them boys. You
gotta say the jab.
The jab. Yeah, dog. You know, you talk about certain polarizing figures like Yeezy and shit. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Them fools. Eyes are watching, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. He's a different type of extreme.
He's a white supremacist, bro. He's just a more sophisticated version of it. That's all.
The fool's only 24. He's pretty young.
And see, that's dangerous.
I know. He's gonna be in the game for a minute.
That's why we gotta have more
in the game for a minute.
More of an important reason why black people need to get on code. Of all backgrounds, black melanated people need to get on code. Foundational black help your foundational black brothers and sisters, man. Shout out to Legend. He's a foundational black American. He edits our videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to him.
Shout out to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, shout out to me too, right?
Yeah. Shout out to all of us. But I'm saying him because he's a foundational black American. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just saying by heritage.
Yeah, by heritage, and we're all in this together. You know what I'm saying? We all help each other out.
Exactly.
We scratch each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? So, coon-ass Africans, get on fucking code, bro.
You killed me with coon-ass Africans.
Because it is coonery.
By definition, coonery.
Hey, I'm telling you, my family is not.
Because when we get pulled over, we're all the same, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, why would you try to separate within your own presentation?
When a white officer pulls you over, they're not going to check your background. They're going to look at your color and be like, oh, you're a nigga.
Yeah, bro. All of us niggas, bro. Yeah. Why do you want to think that you're better than those niggas? And
you know what I'm saying?
These niggas think we're stuck up niggas and all this other dumb shit. It's just
stupid, man.
It's just another way to make us pin us against each other more. And within our own communities.
Right.
Now let's go ahead and bring these two different communities against each other as well. It's like fighting within fighting is fucking
yeah, man. Like I just
derivatives and shit. Fucking calculus out here. They're doing calculus on us. Going to degrees, different degrees.
Playing chess. Black people are too caught up playing checkers, and it's like, y'all need to get on chess. We need to play the game they're playing so we know how to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Man, I learned another thing is about, speaking of chess, is that master class chess men can think 10 steps ahead. Well, master class chess woman can only go 5 steps ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you get this stat from? Where did you get this stat from?
I forgot which podcast I heard it. It wasn't the same one that I was just talking about. It was like another podcast.
Does it really go back to the, is it as
and then I looked it up and it just concurred what I heard on the podcast.
Is it as simple as men tend to be more logical than women?
Exactly, really that's what it comes down to. So it's the truth is that the smartest people are men, but the dumbest people are men. But women fall into that median to slightly above or slightly below.
I believe that.
Yeah, so that's why like they say women on average have a higher IQ only because they fall in slightly above average. They're in that median.
Their section doesn't really break that median.
But men are like extremes. You're smart or you're dumb. Super dumb. Right. You can't you get exposed. You learn at a young age if you're smart or you're dumb.
Yeah. Let me point this out to you.
Extremes for most men.
Let me point this out to you. I'm glad you brought that up.
We're thank God we're the smarter. God.
Let me point this out to you.
Some dumbass niggas. Damn.
No, facts.
Fuck. It's hard to deal with them.
Some dumbass niggas, dusty ass, crack dummy niggas. Oh man, boy,
dusty.
Man, dusty ass fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like. Fucking, and the same dusty niggas would be the same niggas that do a lot of plebiscite babble. You know what that is? You know plebiscite babble? This is really a third dimension because this is really a third dimension because that third eye in your head, you know what I'm saying? It's really connected to that second Bible, you know what I'm saying? And that second Bible is the reason why we got to become sovereign citizens of
they read a book while they're in jail.
The nation we got to become sovereign citizens of the nation of Wakanda, you know what I'm saying? And then once we get out, Wakanda was actually a real place, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why your third eye got to be connected to that second Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Third eye connected to the.
You know what I'm saying? You got to cleanse that pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? Which that you can actually do. That pineal gland is real. I do believe in cleansing, but I'm just trying to be funny right now.
Yeah, we're trolling.
Yeah, I'm trolling right now. You know what I'm saying?
A couple things we say.
I'm trolling with some truth behind it, but the dusty niggas, the same dusty niggas would be the same ones to engage in plebiscite babble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I think they were preaching the game. They're just niggas on oh bro, I got
the same plebiscite, you know what I'm saying?
The same site that they're at every day, all day. From sunrise to sundown.
Right.
They're on that same corner doing that shit.
Right. That's why I fuck with some of you Hebrew Israelites, but some of y'all be on one. Some of y'all, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of y'all Hebrew Israelites be on some shit.
They got some strong hands.
You gotta hit the pause. You gotta pause.
The reason why I say that is
pause.
There's like some type of drugs involved.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Because
pause, son.
It's like pause. Crackhead strength. Like crackhead strength.
Okay.
Shit. That's
you say strong hands, nigga. You gotta.
That's what I mean by strong hands. Put your hand on your shoulder. Goddamn. It's like 10 times Earth gravity. What the fuck is this? I know that nigga's on the rock. God damn. I was just saying, that's what alien got all over, bro.
Damn.
You go to that corner store, dog, and you got that crackhead trying to knock your ear off, and then he puts his hand on your shoulder. You're like, crackhead strength is real, bro. Fuck TRT, dog. No HPH.
All you gotta do is take some crack. Take some crack and
crack rock in the pipe, boy.
Take some crack and you'll have a shredded back.
That's an ad right there.
You take some crack, you get a shredded back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
But yeah, man, the whole IQ thing is that most men are either smart, and then there's levels to how smart, but then they're either dumb, and then there's levels to how dumb,
Yeah, there's different degrees to it, but fuck the IQ test. It's still fuck the IQ test.
It's not I definitely treat it like it's not the say all be all. It's just for me to get an idea. Mm-hmm. But then I don't say it's like, oh, I'm better, I'm smarter than you because I have this IQ.
Right.
What the fuck?
Here's another thing I want to address too. And shout out to the Unmasking podcast, Godcast with Lord Jamar, Raw Digger, Godfrey. There's one thing, there's a bone I have to pick with Lord Jamar, and I like Lord Jamar. It's not a bad bone, it's a debate bone. He believes the earth is flat.
Damn, like Zerka. There's a dude that's going around called John Zerka. He thinks the earth's flat too.
And you know what? I will say this though, to be fair, I'll say this. The earth, it may be flat, but it also may be round. I'm not going to say with definitive oomph that it's flat, but I'm not going to say, and I know why, and I have a good idea as to why Lord Jamar believes that it's flat. It's just another way for him to psychologically buck the system with like, they've taught us this for so long. They taught us a round earth.
There's another
and this
argument that could compel his ultimate. Yeah,
right. So now he's believing flat earth because it's another way to counter the system that has taught him all this wrong, right, over the years. So that's why I feel like he's so gung-ho about flat earth, and of course,
like a conspiracy theorist.
I wouldn't say
he agrees.
I wouldn't say he's conspiracy theorist with it because he has a lot of evidence backing up his belief.
That's why I can agree that the Earth could possibly be flat.
Here's my counter to someone like Lord Jamar, though. Let me say this. I know that there's more evidence pointing towards a round earth than there is a flat earth.
Exactly.
There's more evidence geared. There's more evidence. Just fuck the evidence. Let's just do our own assessment outside of the system of gathering evidence. Like, let's just look at it that way. Like,
what we see,
what we can go research ourselves by just stepping outside and researching and doing our own research outside of, someone, an establishment entity teaching us, right? There's more evidence pointing towards a round earth than a flat earth. For example, when a ship sets sail, like say that you're on the beach, right?
Yeah.
And you have a ship or a boat and you set it, you make it set sail straight forward in front of you.
Excuse me.
The further it goes out, the more it's going to sink.
Yeah.
It sinks, right? That sinkage from a straight line expresses curvature because if you take a ball, right? You take a ball and you go straight, you take an object and you roll it straight over a ball.
Yeah.
It's eventually going to go down.
Exactly.
That's curvature. That's round. That's round.
To double down on that example is that's one example. Just to double down on that example specifically, if it were flat, it would still it'll just get smaller and smaller instead of get lower and lower.
Right.
It would still stay the same congruency, symmetrical as the surface with it.
Right.
But I was gonna say another example, just a side note, just real quick, is shadows. If you look at shadow throughout a 24-hour span, it's not just going from linear; it's rotational by the sun. So why would
like a sundial?
Yeah, exactly. So why would that be if it was flat? It would just go from one to the other. It would just go from one way to the other. It might go as like a rainbow at the most, but it would still go one way or the other. It wouldn't rotate.
And another thing too, let's say the world is flat. What happens to the water on the edge? Does it fall off?
Yeah, exactly.
Does it go how does the water stay on the earth?
Exactly.
If it's flat.
So there's this invisible boundary.
Yeah, does it fall off? Does it go into space? Like, where does it go?
Like, is the space continuums holding our four cylinders?
Sure.
Because if it's flat, that means it's a cubic. I mean, it's
in a box.
It's in a box type of format.
And another thing too,
to some degree.
Right.
So therefore, what is holding those ends of water on those
sure, absolutely
rectangle?
And another thing, when you look at the moon, you can see this with your naked eye. When you look at the moon, you can see that the moon is round. It goes back like an
exactly.
Like when you look at the moon, when the moon's big in the sky,
that's just the easy.
When the moon is big in the sky, when the moon is big in the sky, check it out. Look at the moon. You have the dark side of the moon because the moon doesn't spin. It just moves like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But when there's a certain shadow on the moon, because when you have like a crescent moon, that's just a shadow of the sun, right? That's all it is. Yeah. But when the moon's real big in the sky, I want you to take a look at it. You can see that the moon, it's round. It goes back in a round circular, you know what I'm saying? You can see that with your own eye.
Exactly.
So if the moon is round like that, isn't it safe to say that the earth it mimics that? Kind of that physical makeup?
Exactly. You know why would the moon and the sun be round, but the earth be flat?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, just connect the dots.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I get why Lord Jamar is gung-ho about flat earth, because it challenges the system. It challenges your socially engineered mind into thinking outside of the box and believing that this also is a possibility. I get it.
It's another thing that they tell us wrongly.
Right.
In the agenda.
Sure. Exactly. But at the same time, I feel like this is some shit that this is like irrefutable. Like they can't have no reason to lie about this. I can't believe
this became a thing in like the last like 10 years or so. Like,
right.
This
the flat earth. People really
like,
flat earth.
And there's even qualified scientists type of figures.
It's crazy.
It's like,
our ancestors knew the earth was round. Like we had our ancestors, they knew.
It's rotating at a 23-degree axis. Like I learned that shit earlier. And it makes sense whenever you look at it in acute angles. Like it does make sense. Yeah. That's spherical. It's like, and you see everything how it comes about, the seasons, the days, and everything else. It's always like a rotation.
Yeah.
So why would it rotate if it was just all flat? It should just always be something different.
Yep. And someone else put out a good point too about flat earth and round earth. He believes that the earth is round, but he said the reason why the earth is round, another example, if you are standing in Argentina, the stars in the sky won't be the same stars as if you were standing in Canada. You're going to see a different set of stars. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to see a different set. So like he said on a flat earth, you're always going to see the same stars. The same set of stars. Everybody has the same. Everybody has the same triangular view. Everybody has the same triangular view of the stars all around the world. But here, you're not going to see the same stars in Argentina as someone in Egypt is going to see.
But you can say the same thing about a flat Earth because if it's a flat Earth, it's a wide, like how it fits. It's a big ass space.
Right.
Geographically, it is big. So yeah, but if the Earth be all these stars in the sky, if it's flat, that when you're at this place and you're at this place on this big ass flat surface, that all these different types of stars in the sky are gonna be different.
Yeah, but see, if you have a flat Earth and it's just spinning like a plate, right? If it's just spinning and everybody's standing on the plate and you're just spinning, that's
the theory of the flat Earthers. They think it's just spinning on a plate. Like
they think the Earth is just rotating like a plate. Like it just spins. No, seriously, that's what they believe. It's either that.
They just thought it was just floating on.
Well, it's either that or they feel like the sun and the moon rotate like that.
The sun and the moon's the only ones rotate.
Yeah, and the Earth is still.
I never looked into it. Like,
bro, it's fucking. It's ridiculous, bro. It's stupid. And again, wow. I'm not totally against. Like, I believe the Earth is round, but again, I see why people can make points towards flat Earth, but it's not fucking flat. It's just not.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's not probable.
It's possible, but there's too much evidence, context clues around Earth, physically around Earth, context clues wise, the moon, the sun, the stars, there's context clues that point to the thing you're standing on being round. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like there's too many context clues that point to that more so than flat Earth. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Lord Jamar, I wanna debate you on that one day. I like your Godcast. Your Godcast, I like it. I rock with it. Fuck with it. Shout out to you and the crew over there. Rod Digger, Godfrey's a part of it too every now and then. So shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, that'd be a healthy debate.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring up this. Imagine if Nick Fuentes and Dr. Umar Johnson had a debate.
You know him
went to extremes.
You know him,
pro black, pro white.
Nick Fuentes and Tariq Nasheed they weren't sport. Well, I think Tariq Nasheed's tried to like challenge him a few times, but he always backed out. Nick Fuentes.
Oh, Nick Fuentes backed out.
Because Tariq would eat his ass up. He would eat his ass up, bro.
Damn.
And it's not even worth it, to be honest with you, Tariq. Like it's not, and he knows that. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, man.
Excuse me.
I fuck with Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my mentors, my distant mentors. I rock with him. Straight up.
Yeah.
You seen the Hidden Colors movies? Like the Hidden Color documentaries?
Yeah.
He made those.
Damn.
Yeah, he made those.
Those are classic. Yeah, damn.
You seen them? You seen them for real?
I seen.
You seen a couple of them?
Yeah, I seen some. Yeah,
he makes those. Tariq Nasheed makes those documentaries.
Wow.
Dope. That's what I'm saying.
Dope. Good shit.
Yeah.
People in your thing right now? Hey.
Someone said bring him on camera. We ain't got it. You see who's on camera right now? It's just us two. You know what I'm saying? It's just us. It's just us. We rocking out. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a special guest today, but you know, it's just me and my co-host. You know.
Yeah.
So
man.
Me and the cuz. You know.
So would you say you're a SJW? Like, you know what that acronym stands for?
What does that mean?
Social justice warrior.
I mean,
progressive.
If being a social justice warrior means fighting systematic white supremacy, then yeah, okay, I'll take it. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Usually, I would say the people that they usually include in that are like the people like cancel culture. People who are just trying, like, you know, they're like, a lot of times they get associated with the people that support the LGBTQ pride people and all the other, the fat, like, no body shaming, like the people who are like anti-bullying. Like those people, like fat phobic, homophobic, all this phobic and stuff. And those people who are like, would be the type to like report you or ban you or try to get you canceled.
Right.
Because they try to stand up for all people.
Sounds like some all lives matter type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, we get that, but but
that's another extreme too. There's a lot of extremes out here.
Yeah.
I just be noticing.
Right.
Because like I started hearing about these SJW people, SJWs after us, the SJW. Because I guess maybe the SJW was after us when we made that clip. Right. That almost got us banned. Maybe. But I think it was just them boys. Right. Because like you see the thumbnail with the Jewish star and you see Kanye's face on there, so they probably just assume they see Kanye and the Jewish star, like, oh, these niggas talking shit. Fuck them. I thought they even listened to it, bro. They just saw that thumbnail.
A lot of people do that. They just see thumbnails and assume.
Exactly.
There's an assumption energy.
Cause my homie Eddie, the white boy, he thought he was a part of the reason why we got banned because he mentioned Jewish people on that episode that we were talking.
Oh, no. Shout out to Eddie. It wasn't. Yeah. Shout out to white boy Eddie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that.
Yeah, it wasn't that. I was like, nah, bro. That was deep in the episode. I had to watch the whole episode to catch that part. Like,
it wasn't
into the episode.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, he thought it was his fault.
Nah.
Yeah, it's something I said, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Nah, man.
Nah, you good.
I already know it was the fucking thumbnail.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Because and the craziest thing is that thumbnail was like a 2-minute, 45-second clip.
Right.
With me and Michelle just talking.
Right.
And
shit.
And then they really just tried it. Shouts to Legend for getting the account back. I can't pull for that one, dog. Oh, Mazel tov. L'chaim.
Jeez.
I need to give me a dreidel and one of them hats, though. I'm gonna tell you the next podcast I'm gonna come with one of them yarmulkes or what?
Oh, yarmulkes, yeah, that's what it's called.
With that dreidel, dog. Yeah, we have like a similar type of shirt. Just have like my arms in the shirt.
Yeah.
I think
that's funny. That's funny.
And canceled. Okay.
No.
I'm just playing. Let me digress. I had to have my little moment.
Speaking of yarmulke, this is a random thought I have in my head. Nick Cannon has a consistent participant. I don't know his name. It's a white dude. Wears a yarmulke. I'm assuming he's Jewish, but he's on the show. He's a consistent cast.
Does he wear glasses?
Maybe sometimes, but he wears a yarmulke. But you know why? I mean.
Boys.
But Nick Cannon, all of a sudden, I just find it real funny. After he got labeled an anti-Semitic, which he's not, and he never was.
Then he hires a Jewish comedian.
Now he has a Jewish cast member that's been on there for like 3 seasons now. I just find it funny. I'm just saying.
And then dude, he's purposely wearing his yarmulke.
He has it on every time I see him on Wild 'N Out.
He's Jewish, not a white-looking guy.
I see him on there all the time. Like anytime I look at Wild 'N Out, because I'm gonna be real.
Someone on his team was the one that wrote that. Hey man, we got to cover this show.
And again, Wild 'N Out was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I know.
When it first started, all the way up until like season 15. But I'm gonna be honest, what took me away from it was when they took away all the wild style beats. There used to be wild style beats that they would play a different beat, like every time it'd be something fresh, something new.
Yeah, exactly, like some DJ Rick.
Now, ever since season 16 up to today, they always have the same wild style beat playing over, and it's a trash beat at that. It'd be one thing if it was like a rap hip hop beat that you could spit some bars to, but this is like
they don't have different beats by the episode.
No, it's the same exact beat every single time now. It's just one beat, and it's trash. The beat's trash.
It shouts to that's why a producer would notice something like that.
Hey, yo, Nick, I think Nick used to make the beats for the Wild Styles. I don't know if he stopped. Or I don't know if it was a higher up call where they're like, no, you got to stop that. Let's just put one beat there. Listen, I'll make the beats for the Wild Style. Holla at your boy.
Hey.
Holla at your boy, Nick. Nick Cannon, holla at your boy. I can make all the Wild Style beats. We can switch it up. Make the Wild Style great again. With, cutting the beat is cool, but we need to have some wilding out Wild Style bars with the beats back on, man. Because I'm telling you, that was what made me a fan. Because I was like, okay.
Exactly.
Is it going to make it fresh? It's a fresh new, take perspective on jokes. Depending on the tempo, the type of beat that they're rapping to, it makes it cool.
They're gonna come at it. They're gonna come at every beat differently.
Right? Their jokes are gonna hit different.
Yeah,
with a different beat. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. It's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you need to make the Wild Style great again on Wild 'N Out.
Make the Wild Style great again.
You know what I'm saying? And how at your boy for a show placement once you start getting the beats back on there.
Shit. Hey, you remember speaking of Wild 'N Out, because that's one of the last shows that's from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember how and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because they talk about races and stuff on their Wild Style. Racial jokes maybe what's that nigga the Jimmy dude, the Asian dude Jimmy. So I forget his name, but they'll call him chopsticks or some shit, just
yeah.
But Delgado.
Timothy Delgado.
Yeah,
I fuck with Timothy Delgado.
Exactly, or whichever one you have a white boy, you have
and Sharon. I fuck with Sharon too. Battle rapper.
Exactly, bro. They talk about any and everything in their chops. This is the type of show that has that on there.
Yeah.
And just the other day, me and my Chinese coworker, we be going back and forth. We be chopping and it'd be funny as fuck. So one day I saw him at lunch, and Karate Kid's on TV. So I'm like, oh shit, you're watching your Uncle Miyagi at work.
Hey.
And then he laughed and he shut up, man. But then I looked up and a couple of my coworkers look at me did you just say that?
Yeah.
They look at me you just said that. I'm like, what the fuck? That was funny, bro. Are y'all seriously looking at me I'm a racist now?
Damn. Yeah, I know, right? See, that's a testament to the soft era we live in.
Yeah,
it's a soft era, physically and psychologically.
Yeah,
we're in a very pansy, fucking nobody can take a joke era. Seriously.
And then even going back, when I first noticed that times have changed was when I was at Costco. I was a night stalker, night merch, and I would help cashier every now and then because I could cashier. And when I came and helped one time, another homie that I would play Call of Duty with online that I work with, he's at the register next to my register, and then we're just chopping it up, and then whenever I had to go back, he's like, yeah, back of the bus for you. and then I'm like, oh, you got it. All right. And then, but the black girl is right there, black cashier right there. So I have to find out later that she ends up reporting him to the managers, and he ends up getting suspended 3 days no work. And he's telling me about it on Call of Duty. I'm like, what the fuck? That's our problem. If I'm not the one complaining about it, why is she over here snitching and shit?
Right.
And then she over here, she even talked to me afterwards. I told the managers about him because that's inappropriate. And you should have stood up for yourself too. I'm like, what the fuck are you? Like, whoa. I was like, why? I'm like, you don't know how we interact with each other. It's like, but that's inappropriate. That's so racist of him. How dare he mention going back in the bus? You know what Rosa Parks means to us? Like, I'm like,
right.
That's one of them SJWs, those social justice warriors that feel like they have to, like, Karens.
Wow.
Type of shit, bro. And it's just like, man, we can't even crack racial jokes no more like we used to in the locker room. Boys can't be boys no more, man. We know there is no harm with us. We can cross that line because we know we're just joking. It's just funny.
Yeah, man. It's a whack ass, like I said, like
pussified,
docile, pansy. Everybody just wants to be soft right now. Like I don't understand it.
Trophies.
I there's nothing wrong with softness, but we need some balance. Yeah. There needs to be some like firmness, some discipline.
That's why I look at, you know what I'm saying? France is gotten soft.
Yeah.
And they're lacking that balance. That's why they're looking weak.
Right.
And that's why I use them as an example. That, if there's ever French people that catch wind of this, they're gonna not like, man, how many times I talk about France, but it's just an example of once powerhouse country gone pussified because they let the I don't know, this social activist side take over their country and like chores the agenda of the country, what the country is built off of, how it stands its ground off of and everything. And it's so weird to me, bro. Mm-hmm. They settled or like they caved in. They like, you know, they pandered to.
Yeah.
And like they gave up what made them strong, made them great to degrees.
Yeah.
They just like, oh, well, some people aren't happy, so we're just going to try to make everyone happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just only the strongest survives. It's the truth.
It's like
it is what it is.
The people that lose in the group games, the people that lose want to take the trophy from the winner.
Exactly.
It's like
trophy.
Yeah, so the sore losers basically want to get it. They want to.
It's like it comes back to that fucking women's national basketball championship with LSU. What was that, South Carolina?
I think there was a heavy racial element with that too.
That's another example.
It was LSU and Iowa, right?
And Iowa, there was. Yeah, LSU.
Angel Reese and what was the white kid's name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, what's her name? Fuck, I forgot her name.
I think Caitlin's her last name.
No.
Is it Caitlin her first name? I think Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
She goes hard though.
Yeah, she's
Caitlin Clark's a baller. I ain't gonna lie.
That Steph Curry effect.
She got that sniper, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
She dribbled fairly well too. She got nice.
I'm telling you, she's gonna go hard in that WNBA. Real talk. Like when she goes, she's gonna be the truth.
But that's an example of what they're trying to cater to both sides. If the side that wasn't favored wins, they still want to cater to the other side that's more likable.
Right.
And it's just like, and I can see U.S. trying to adopt that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hell no. We're like the most feared country still to this day.
Only militarily.
Yeah,
it's the only reason. That's the only reason.
But I always look at that as the base because when it comes down to it, if anyone wants to fucking rise and try to challenge us, that's where it's going to come down to.
But yeah.
So it's always just a physical aspect.
And that's another thing.
War is war.
And that's another thing that makes systematic white supremacy so hard to conquer as well, or to mitigate, is because it's militarily backed.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's what makes it challenging too. It can be overcome. I'm not saying challenging as we can't do it. It can be done. But I'm saying the reason what makes it challenging is because of the military backing that we're having to overcome. So once we figure out that game along with the economics and then along with getting on code, we'll be straight. We'll be good.
Facts.
We'll be good, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's our time looking like?
We're about done, right?
Oh, yeah?
2 minutes till 7.
Oh, bet.
To be honest, we can wrap it up right now. We talked about everything out there.
Yeah, we had a deep episode today. We chopped it up. Very intellectual. A lot of intellectual game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Wisdom talk.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Like,
we climbed a little bit, but we know.
Yeah, this is gonna definitely get some clips off of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can see
that. Yeah, for sure.
So okay.
You want to wrap it up, or
yeah, might as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
all right, well, I'm one half of your co-host, gracious co-host, Junyanii, the Junyanii on Instagram, Recognize Entertainment LLC Facebook, Junyanii on Twitter, personal Facebook, fuck you, unless I know you, and DM me on any platform for the merch. DM me for any of the, if you want any of this and more variations, more colors, even with the shirts, different styles of shirts too. Everything, and I'm making jackets and hoodies too later on down the line. So DM me if you want some product, you want some of the game, you want some of the legacy. Get it. Music is coming. It is coming. I say that all the time because I'm keeping it planted in your heads. Music is coming. Records is coming. All of that's coming. You already know the beats are on point. You know what I'm saying? So they're already coming. The records are coming. Holla at your boy.
Damn right. It's your boy, the Cameroon Goon on IG. H2O, artist name.
Yes, sir.
Important. You already know. And once again, Wisdom Talk.
Wisdom Talk. Peace.